child riding a bicycle, they fall off, they hit their head, you fall down. Falls are the most prevalent cause of brain injury. You can have spousal abuse.
It can happen to anyone, anytime. Traumatic brain injury deserves serious attention. And in North Platte, that's what it's getting. It's the annual proclamation for Brain Injury Awareness Month.
We needed to start doing some awareness because nobody knew about brain injury.
Brain injury can happen to anyone, anytime, or anywhere.
I woke up and I've always had a photographic memory. And every book I've ever read in my entire life has always been my best friend. And it's like I had an old-fashioned card catalog in my head. And I woke up the next day and it was empty. I came home a different person than when I left.
Shawna was struck with a
You don't know
traumatic
when it's
brain
going to happen to
injury
you
after an
in less
accident
than a
she was
minute.
in while working as a nurse.
Completely different person. But nobody believed me. Tyrell's a champion steer wrestler.
2 times.
2 times.
My horse is 2 times.
Yeah, his horse, he gives his horse credit for it.
His horse did it. But that isn't.
On Thursday
My
afternoon,
horse-
Council President Jim Nisley presented several people with the city's proclamation proclaiming March Brain Injury Awareness Month at North Platte City Hall.
His horse got him the belt buckle. His horse, he
great.
gives credit to his horse.
Team. Very good.
Yes.
I knew I had to start standing up for other people.
Knocked unconscious, and the only injury that they could see he had was he had chipped his tooth.
I'm damaged. I'm not dumb. So Judy and I search for doctors that treat us with respect, that tell us that we are still very intelligent. We just process differently, and that believe us.
And after my injury, they were still trying to decide what the problem was. They had me do these neuropsych tests and talk to this neuropsychologist, and he came out and told me, he says, well, you have too much education to have a brain injury. And I had all the prerequisites for med school, all that stuff, very educated. And here, being told you have too much education for a brain injury, and being a registered nurse, all the medical professionals said, oh, you already know what the symptoms are for brain injury, so you're just faking it. You're faking it. You're faking it. It's like, no, I can't remember 5 minutes from now what I'm doing right now. So I would always tell myself, if I do what is right this minute, it will still be right in 5 minutes.
And we're here to help other people because that's what we do.
I did not like how I was treated when I was the patient. And I told myself, I don't want anybody else to be treated the way that I was. And so when people would come to the support group, it's like, I'll take your hand. I will help you.
People think that if you have a brain injury, you're going to get better and be the person that you were before. And that's not how it works. That person's not coming back.
But other people who don't have a brain injury, they have no concept of what it's like.
I mean, I went to work that day just expecting it to be a regular day. And I didn't come home. A stranger came home.
English accent.
Talking anyone? What?
She doesn't have trouble with her aphasia in the accent.
If I talk
Oh,
in an accent, then I
that's-
can talk like a normal person. I just sound funny.
See, she can, honestly.
I don't have any problems with my speech as long as I speak in another accent.
Yeah, That's right.
But it really pisses Dennis off if I walk around and talk like this.
I kind of like it.
Wow.
I think it's funnier than crap.
Yes.
He does not see the humor in it one hairy bit.
Could you talk with that accent before your brain injury?
No,
That is so cool.
no, not
I
one
didn't know
bit.
that before. And I like it when you talk like that.
darling. I know you do.
Comes from a different
Yeah.
spot in your brain, and there are 70 different places in your brain that have to do with speech. And so since my main language center is damaged, if I get mad or I speak in an accent, it comes from a different one.
Laughed, and when my head hit the window, I heard my skull crack.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay, because I've heard that
I
one.
have a brain injury if you didn't know.
Have a problem with
You're
memory.
kidding. You don't look like you have one.
What does a brain injury look like?
Yeah. Well, let me open up my head and
It's,
show you.
it's pink and it's got a little bow on the top. I saw it.
That's when she
It's
made
this. How you can explain it? Again, it needs to be physical. They need to be able
You-
to touch it and
If
see
you
it
have a
and
brain
feel
injury,
it
you
and
can't
smell it.
explain it. And if you don't have a brain injury, you can't
Can't
understand
understand
it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's good to know.
That's very good. That's very
Remember
good,
that
Shawna. I like that.
I won't remember it in 5 minutes.
I
but-
just recorded it.
Good.
Oh, good, because I like
Send
that.
it, send it to us. So
Yeah.
we know what we
It's
said.
kind of like I have T-shirts that say "damaged, not dumb," but there is that stigma that
Right.
people think that we've lost our
Mhm.
our intellect,
Right.
but we haven't.
Really do. And it's so nice to be with people who understand and can relate to it because, as I said, people look at you and go, well, you don't look like you have a brain injury. And you're like, what does a brain injury look like then? You
And
know,
it takes so much longer to get there. And I'm used to having everything.
Oh, yeah, life, death decisions right now. If you were intensive care nurse, I was labor and delivery intensive care nursery surgery. And we had to make life and death decisions, boom, boom, boom. Now it's like, okay.
It's just as much of a trauma for your family member, your significant other.
Mhm.
They don't realize how much their life is going to change. This doesn't just affect us. This affects your whole family, your whole network of people around you. And I'm like, well, we're kind of all we have for.
If you can relate to this story and you or someone you love needs support, go to www.braininjury.nebraska.gov or get a hold of Judy or Shawna and they'll help you find the support you need. I'm Melanie Standiford, Midwest Media by Melanie.